kid! There is! Kitten Mittens!
Have you or a loved one been experiencing symptoms such as coughing, wheezing, or shortness of breath? I'm sorry.
なんだ、いるじゃないか。
Yeah.
Hi y'all, it's Major here, and do I have a special show for you? For this wonderful, amazing video, I'm going to help you, yes you, the guy eating Cheeto Puffs 2 bites at a time, figure out your flavor of Hunter for the Supervive open beta test in this... Thanks to you purchasing this product for the low price of... I will be helping you understand who makes you play like you want. So come on, and let's figure out what you're looking for. Who the hell wrote this? That was terrible. This is such, lazy writing. We need to fucking fire... To not play favorites, I will be going through our lovely assortment of hunters in alphabetical order. And again, no favoritism at all. Not at all. First up, if you want to punch people in the face, have multiple ways to approach and multiple ways to deal with fights, and you want to be cool while doing it, you may like Bishop.
Gunpowder, nitroglycerin, notepads, fuses, wicks, glue, and paper clips, big ones.
She isn't Vi. Yeah, I know. Look, just because she has a giant fist... Whoa, no need to get so hostile. Trust me, she isn't Vi. Bishop is all about that constant explosive personality, but... you know, with actual explosives. Rockets on rockets on rockets. Dismantle a team with an explosive engagement or a disruptive poke, keeping the enemies on their toes at all points in the game. Now, she isn't the easiest hunter to pick up. She's got a lot of specific tech and movement stuff to learn. But treat her right and she'll treat you right. Treating you right meaning making it easier to bully enemies into walls. Now, if you're wanting to show off your excessive mechanical skill, truly embracing your inner protagonist complex, wanting to brag that you have more buttons to press and doing all you can to make sure the enemies hate you, then might I suggest Brawl, now with nipples.
Fuck yeah, I know how to use it. What's to understand about swish, swish, stab? It's a fucking sword, dude. It's not a fighter jet.
Who wants to cut their enemies to pieces, flying in from across the map to hit your enemies with a giant sharp piece of metal? Molten rock? Whatever his sword is made of. Use all of Brawl's abilities to ensure the enemy doesn't know what's coming next. But, I mean, it's not like he has too much to... Oh. For sheer force of will, a good understanding of his kit, and his nuh-uh button, Brawl really lets you dominate any fight you get into, once you, actually get into the fight. But what if you want to be more elegant? Be a bit more classy in your approach to fights, showing your beauty through combat, keeping enemies at bay with your graceful control of water below 273.1 degree Kelvin, denying space with unquestionable alluring moves and plays. Well, we don't have anything that does that, but Celeste is close.
No. Please, Shinji.
The hunter that was name-dropped as the 9th track of the album Get Born by Australian rock band Jet is a quite unique style of hunter. All her abilities really let you deny space better than any other character, and she has some of the highest surprise burst damage in the game, where you can wonder how you died against her more often than any other hunter. She also easily has the ability to deny anyone that asks her out on a date, and keep them away with her wall. To add onto that, her ult is either the greatest playmaker and fight saver in the game, or you can just look like a fancy statue for a few seconds. Up until now, we've only really talked about aggressive characters, so let's talk about a more supportive one. One that's more focused on protecting, helping their teammates, and leading their teammates to a win by elevating others. Let's talk about Luna, the cute bunny. Luna is all about that speed, flying in and out of a fight, locking down enemies for teammates, keeping her allies alive, and being almost untouchable over the abyss. She also does a good amount to make sure that her teammates have as much uptime as possible in a fight, keeping sure her buddies can do all. She is just here to help everyone and anyone she can. So wholesome. So praise the moon. Never mind. Do you smell something burning? No, not like toast. No, I'm fine. I mean like an actual fire. No, it's not the heater turning on. You think I would pay for that shit? Everyone's favorite pyromaniac furball is the next, causing chaos everywhere he goes. But don't worry, he wants to be a hero. So he'll just save everyone, no matter how much he sets on fire. I'm of course talking about Felix.
Have you ever eaten a tangerine? Would you like to try one?
Nothing is safe from your fire. Cleanse the world with your flame, burning all around you with a constant stream of damage, using your myriad of soft CCs to nudge the enemy into a position that makes them easier for you to cook, and then spread the burn to the whole enemy team. Show your team how it's done with some of the cleanest engages in the game. Demand the enemy's attention, make yourself a tanky boy, make them regret walking into range of a talking fox with a literal flamethrower. So the last 5 seem pretty fun, right? But you aren't here for fun. You want optimization. You want to win. You only want to win, no matter what it takes, trying as hard as you can and doing everything in your power to ensure victory is in your blood. Then might I suggest our military mage, the Call of Duty shoot-a-mans, Ghost.
Sex equals minus kills. No sex plus kills.
I never looked at it that way.
You know what you're about. You're here to shoot guns, be the backbone of your team, and cast magic. Most of your damage is bound to your cool stabby exploding thing, as it amplifies all your other damage. And your passive gives you the illusion that you actually use your brain. You're also here to completely annoy people from range with your big laser attack, poking them on repeat. And let's not forget, you're a mage, so you gotta use your biggest, strongest spell. Summon Napalm. Now, we've gone from one angle of a gun owner, the military fanboy that plays airsoft on the weekends and uses a military phonetic alphabet a bit too much, but what about the other side of the coin? The scarier side. The K-Kona good old boy that has way too much money and too much free time? You get Hudson.
No, you see? No matter which way you go, I block you. What, you think we just let anybody into Canada?
So, you have someone in a general direction and you no longer want to be in that direction? Unload bullets. Do you want to out-sustain any character in the game with a DPS race? Shoot them in the face. Want to make it so the enemy can't get to you? Do some yard work with barbed wire. Hell, you can even fly across the map at unbelievable speed, shooting all the while. Hudson can do all these things and more. And as a man with a machine gun as a left hand, he doesn't really have a choice. And if you're feeling a bit peckish after all that shooting, just eat the enemy. Literally. Now, ladies, do I have a treat for you? How does a white-haired, earring-wearing, pretty-faced, mysterious boy who's got a little bit of a dark side, cares about feeding his body right, and can summon a clone of himself for double the trouble sound? Now, what if I told you this man is in Supervive and is absolutely available? But do be warned, you can't fix Jin.
Why is everyone stabbing me in the back?
'Cause it's easy. And it does a lot of damage.
The King Edgelord Jin wants to bide his time for the perfect moment to go in and remove a player's fun from the game. Timing his stab right, you can do some pretty insane damage, and if you learn to hit his dagger, you can be truly unpredictable stabby boy. His overall mobility, dynamic ability to approach a fight, delete an enemy, and then get back out is impressive in any standard. And though he may be a harder character than most, please don't let it go to your head. I don't want Jin to be the young of this game. So, how's your ego? Inflated? Feeling like no one can stand up to you and your majesty, and they might as well not try? Do you only care about how cool your plays look and how many people you can kill in one string of attacks? Well, it may come as a shock, but Jewel is the character for you.
He fused with Kami so we could become stronger.
The f***'s a Kami?
Basically God.
But I'm still here!
Do you really believe your own hype that much?
I am the hype!
So, you see the lightning on the enemy? Yeah, you want to get that maxed out. Yeah, there you did it. Good job. Now dash into him. Good job. Now you can show all your friends how good you are, because you killed an enemy. Jewel is all about setting yourself up with the perfect burst of movement, damage, and playmaking potential to destroy an enemy team, both mentally and in-game. She can manipulate the enemy location, give one of her enemies all the stacks, and spread the stacks like an STD. And then, when she's ready, give them the ultimate vaccine. Death. Big man on campus time. Do you want to be loud and in charge? Do you want to have an aura that is unrivaled by any other character in the game? Do you want a debilitating disease that will eventually lead to a complete change in your day-to-day life, causing menial tasks to be a chore in which you have to spend excruciating amounts of energy to even do the most basic movements? Then you should try Kingpin.
I could break the president in two with my bare hands! Don't fuck with this, Senator!
Embrace being the big beefy boy. Once you either get into close range with the enemy or force them to get close to you, ruin their day. Make them sit still and watch as you delete the thing they call a health bar above their body. Or if you want, just make yourself unkillable. Use those innate nanomachines and become a wall of health that just imposing your will on anyone foolish enough to get close to you in your disease-ridden arm. But what if you want something with a little more class? A more elegant weapon for a more civilized time? Okay, we don't have a lightsaber, but bows are considered more civilized, right? Wait. They cause more irreparable damage and are way more painful to the opponent than bullets, and getting hit by an arrow was excruciating and completely life-ruining? Myth can walk through walls.
No, don't go.
no.
Quill!
Keep the rhythm. Keep the beat. Myth is all about keeping your bow shots coming out at a constant pace and hitting that sweet spot for every shot. But you also want to make sure your enemies stay the hell away from you, and stay in that area in particular, the one that's shaped like a poorly cut pineapple slice. She can also just get out of basically any fight for free, either because she messed up or her teammates messed up. You can also do some magic to break the laws of physics and turn your arrows into bigger arrows. I thought we fired the bad right. Who wants to be a wall? Who wants to command an entire battlefield and the ability to change the flow of an entire fight and ensure that things go your way? Do you want to turn certain enemies into an
Insignificant fuck!
completely removing their agency from a battle? How do you feel about playing a cute machine that everyone loves personality-wise? Then you would love Oath.
Heard she cheated on you, buddy.
That's a real kick in the knackers, bro.
Just a real ouchie, bro.
It's too bad she taught you not to fight anymore, buddy.
Because that's a fight on sight for you and her new guy, buddy.
Fourth life for life, bro.
Maybe if you'd ever been in a real fight, you might not be so keen for another.
What'd you say?
You heard me.
What time is it? It's hammer time. Can't you see the hammer? You ready to bonk? You ready to slam? You ready to stand in one place, bullying an enemy to not letting them attack you? Well, Oath has you covered. Sit behind your shield and throw your hammer at the enemy, just chucking that bitch. You can also dash in and beat the shit out of them at close range. Then ult the entire team, dominating every engagement you're in. I guess he also has a heal that can revive, but most people forget that anyway. Now, what if you're the self-proclaimed best? What if everything bad that happens in a match is always another character being broken, or your character not being strong enough? Because you're a god. You're the best player in the game. You can absolutely win every 1v4 you go into because there's no way you can lose, and you're always going to win, right? Then you should play Shiv.
Fuck you! I'm a princess!
You see how Shiv looks? Her edgy design, 2 pistols, and the I don't care what you think, I'd win this 10 out of 10 times style. Yeah. That's her gameplay. Because while you could just shoot her pistols, you really want to use her dash to reset and get maximum amount of damage. Her other abilities are really just there to make that easier, either keeping the enemy still or getting you better mobility. That, or you could just press your win fight button, because that's all her ult is. You aren't really fooling anyone. When you press her ult, we all know. Are you tired of the same COD game every year, where they have just been limiting the fun for a more realistic style? Do you miss the YY fakies, the ladder stalls, the 360 no-scopes? How do you feel about birds, and specifically ones that impale their prey on sticks, leaving them to die a slow death before they're eaten? May I introduce Shrike to you, then?
You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs.
More coffee, sir?
Shrike is all about hitting 2 shots on an enemy, and it can take some time to get used to finding ways to ensure you hit them. Her shots are not easy to hit, but when they do, oh boy do they hit. She has a bomb to lock down enemies to set them up for her shot. Her dash helps her get resets and reposition for good shots. Her bird is a peeping Tom pervert that loves spying on her opponent. And her ult is the perfect way to finish off enemies that think they are safe. Just remember, you have to 360 her ult. It won't work otherwise. You're smart. And you know it. You don't need to tell anyone you are, though you do anyway, because you know it, and you know there's no one else going to be thinking as hard as you are, because they just aren't that big brain. Smart place is all you know, because it's all you do, but your character is never as good as other characters in your eyes, because you're playing Void.
They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said, welcome aboard.
Each of Void's abilities have more than they seem behind them, and you, in all of your wisdom, are the thinkiest player on your team, managing all the moving parts of Void. Your shots go through walls, you go Super Saiyan after you've been fighting for a while, your stun makes you have to think about your personal space, your teleport can either win a game or fuck your team over, your beak blast a bomb requires some timing to pull off, and your ult is not that easy to hit. Like I said, you're the smartest person in the room, which is why you play Void, and make sure everyone knows that is why. Now, remember, this is all in alphabetical order, so I'm not being biased. Not at all. The last character we have is all about that team play, doing everything you can to keep your teammates alive and setting them up to ensure that everything goes according to your plan. But do be warned, there are 2 types of player who play this hunter. Those who only play him because he's strong, and those who actually like the character and are true chads, who love Zephyr for who he is.
Cool bug facts. You dumb fucking cretin. You fucking fool. Absolute fucking buffoon. You bumbling idiot. Fuck you!
None of Zeph's abilities are selfish. Well, I mean, except maybe his main shot, but like, you can't really make his primary 2 team focused. He needs to be a bit independent, but the rest of his kit makes him a perfect babysitter. Your heal is the easiest and strongest in the game. His grenade can manipulate a fight to be extremely your team favorite. He can tornado his team into a perfect position, either to win a fight, get out of a fight, or to fucking die. And his ult is a great way to snipe enemies and pick allies up that died in really stupid positions. And now that you know all the hunters, I think you're ready to dive into the Skylands. Get all the wins I know you can and master the hunter that really spoke to you. Just remember, when you get all big and famous for being a goat, don't forget who got you started out. That's right, Major Is that the fucking boom mic? Has that been there? Has that been in the shot this whole fucking time? Are you serious? No. I'm not gonna fire you. I'm gonna fucking kill.
Saturday nights, distant lights, you, your girl, and your Johnson.
you and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
But I didn't know what the fuck was happening because I've barely been sleeping since my wife got flipped upside down by a swing dancer at a wedding. He must have flipped my wife 8 times!
Did I forget anything? Oh yeah, don't forget to use your
Bungee gum.